Welcome back. Welcome to our third and final installment of Luther on Luther. Now, here's what you need to know. We need to know about that final day. Why we have Reformation Day on October 31st. October 31st is when we're celebrating the Reformation, because in 1517, old Marty, he decided that he was going to clean up the Catholic Church, and he said, no, there's like 100 things, like 95 things I can think of that you guys need to change about. So what he did was he went to the church in Wittenberg. Now, in those days, they didn't have social media. So if you want to tell someone about something, they didn't have a wall you could put it on. They had doors. And so they would put all their messages they wanted anybody to know on the door of the church, because the church was usually right in the middle of the city. That way, it could be just as close to everybody in the city, and it was the center point of the city. So old Marty, on All Hallows Eve, he goes up to this church, and he takes his 95 theses of why they've been abusing all of their power in the Catholic Church, and he bangs it on the door, and you wouldn't believe it, but a monk came to the door thinking he's trick-or-treating with a bag of candy, and he said, nope, that ain't it. I'm starting the Reformation. So that's what happened. He started that day, and everybody went and they saw all the things that he'd said. Catholic Church shouldn't be doing this, and they decided they couldn't just be the Catholic Church and clean it up. They needed to start a whole different thing. So they were protesting the Catholic Church, and in protesting, people was like, hey, if we're protesting, let's just call ourselves Protestants, because we're protesting. And that's what happened. So we had him come along, and he had some buddies join him, like John Calvin and Ulrich Zwingli and John Knox, and they changed the whole face of the world. And they got rid of some of this junk in the Catholic Church and started their own denominations. And this denomination was going to be like focusing on a bunch of solas, like Soli Fides and Soli Scriptura and Soli other things, and it was awesome. And so that's why we are celebrating today the Reformation, because of this we've got justification by faith alone. Amen and amen.